We spend years trying to become better people, but what if somewhere along the way we stopped living and started treating ourselves like projects? Imagine someone in their early 30s. They wake before sunrise, drink water for focus, gym, cold shower, meditation, 20 pages of self-help, balanced breakfast, productivity podcast on the drive to work. Their smartwatch tracks every heartbeat, their phone tracks every step, their app tracks every calorie, their journal tracks every habit. From the outside, it looks like they're doing everything right, but every night just before falling asleep, one thought quietly creeps in: I'm still not enough. How can someone who's constantly improving still feel like they're falling behind? The answer isn't laziness. It isn't lack of discipline. In fact, it's almost the opposite. Here's what almost nobody realizes. Your brain can quietly transform self-improvement into something it was never meant to be: an endless survival game. And once that happens, the goal is no longer to build a better life. The goal becomes trying to earn the right to feel worthy. But, and this is crucial, that feeling of unworthiness, it's not a bug. It's a feature, it's built into your wiring, and once you understand why, you can actually escape it. To understand this, we have to look at your brain's original design. Human beings are wired to solve problems. For thousands of years, the people who learned new skills, adapted quickly, and kept improving were more likely to survive. Growth wasn't a luxury, it was survival. Your brain still carries that ancient wiring today. Every time you learn something new, finish a workout, or complete a difficult task, your brain rewards you with a small sense of progress. That's intentional. That's healthy. But evolution left out one critical detail. It never built an enough button. Your brain is far more interested in what comes next than what you've already achieved. At first, that's motivating. But then something happens. Health becomes optimization. Learning becomes productivity. Freedom becomes another number to chase. Without realizing it, improvement slowly changes from something you do into something you constantly monitor. One habit tracker becomes 5. You begin measuring your sleep, your water intake, your workouts, your focus sessions, your screen time, your morning routine. And here's what's dangerous: none of these things are bad by themselves. The problem isn't the habits, the problem is what they quietly teach your brain to ask. Instead of waking up and wondering, what kind of day do I want to have? You wake up wondering, how many boxes can I check today? Life slowly turns into a scoreboard. And scoreboards are never finished, but measurement is just the first trap. The deepest one happens when improvement becomes your identity. Imagine you've been consistent for months. You never miss workouts, you eat clean, you wake up early. People start describing you as disciplined. You start describing yourself that way too. Sounds positive, right? Then one morning you oversleep, you skip the gym, you order takeout. Objectively, just one imperfect day, but your mind doesn't treat it that way. Instead of saying, I made a small mistake, it whispers something darker. Maybe I'm becoming lazy. Notice what shifted. Your behavior didn't threaten you, your identity did. Psychologists call this self-discrepancy theory. The gap between who you are and who you think you should be creates guilt, anxiety, disappointment. And the self-improvement industry keeps expanding that ideal version of you. Be more productive, more disciplined, more successful, more optimized. The wider the gap, the easier it is to feel inadequate. Ironically, the harder you chase perfection, the easier it becomes to feel like you're failing. But there's one final trap almost nobody talks about. Sometimes, improving yourself becomes a way of avoiding your life. You tell yourself you'll start dating after you become more confident. You'll apply for that dream job after one more course. You'll launch the business after reading another book. You'll travel after saving a little more. You'll finally be happy when you become the person you've been trying to build. The strange thing, that day rarely arrives because there's always another skill to learn, another weakness to fix, another milestone to reach. Preparation starts feeling productive, but it's often just fear wearing a smarter disguise. Fear of failure, fear of rejection. Fear of discovering that even after all the improvement, life is still uncertain. We stay in preparation mode because preparation feels safe. It gives us the comforting illusion that we're moving forward even when we're standing still, and social media makes all of this worse. 100 years ago, you compared yourself to a handful of people. Today, before breakfast, you compare yourself to a millionaire entrepreneur, an Olympic athlete, a fitness influencer, a best-selling author. Your brain was never designed for infinite comparison. So no matter how much you improve, someone else always appears one step ahead. Eventually, self-improvement stops feeling like growth. It starts feeling like catching up. None of this means you should stop growing. Growth is one of the most meaningful parts of being human. The problem begins when growth stops serving your life and your life starts serving growth. Real self-improvement isn't about becoming a perfectly optimized person. It's about building habits that quietly support the life you actually want to live. The healthiest people aren't thinking about themselves every minute of the day. They're present with their family, focused on meaningful work, laughing with friends, exploring new places, creating memories they never had to optimize. Maybe the highest form of self-improvement is this: reaching a point where your habits become so natural that you stop thinking about yourself altogether. Because the goal was never to spend your entire life becoming someone better. The goal was to become free enough to simply be.